Hey guys, it's Kezin with EQProgression.com. We're going to take a look at Warrior TLP best in slot items for the Kunark era. I'm just going to jump right into this and make the video short and sweet so you can see what the best items are. Now this is obviously my opinion, and there are a couple items that you can swap out for ones that I have in here. I'll try to mention some of them. You may not agree with every single slot, and that's fine. So first we're going to start off with the two earrings. We have Black Sapphire Electrum earring. That is a jewel craft item. It's got 2 AC and 35 health. It's a pretty decent item. The other one is basically the best earring in Kunark, is Twisted Bone earring. This comes from halfway through the Necromancer epic. It drops from one of the epic fights in Lake Wraith tier. It's 5 AC, 20 health, and it has 5 dex on it. It's pretty good. You can replace the Black Sapphire Electrum earring with a few other things. The most common one is going to be earring of Grachnist, which is from War Slick Woods. There's a name there that drops it. That one I think is like 5 AC, 10 health, and 2 strength. I'll list it on the website. But that's another option you can go with. For necklace, we have a Ruined Wind Amulet. That is from Plane of Sky. It is a warrior quest in Plane of Sky. There is an alternative to that you can get as well. It is Imperial War Dog Collar. It comes from the named War Dog in Charduk. That one has, I believe, 10 AC and 9 stamina, so that one is also very good. You can really go with either one. For the mask, we have Tribal War Mask. It's got 7 strength, 5 stamina, 3 dex, 4 AC. There's not a lot of good masks out yet. It's still Kunark, but this is going to be your best one for now. For crown, we have Crown of Rile. It is from Vishen's Peak, from the last boss in Vishen's Peak. 16 AC, 75 health, and it has 20 strength. And it also has a clicky of Ultra Vision on it, which is really nice. That kind of puts it over the top for me as best in slot. But if you don't have this, you can also get the Cobalt Helmet, which is 25 AC. Still very good item there too. So you can go with either one. Regal Band of Bathezid is a quest item from Charduk. You have to get ally with the Charduk, and you can be able to do a quest for this item. It's got 5 AC, 85 health, 5 stamina. It's going to be your best ring in era there. And then for the other one, I chose to go with, Platinum Fire Wedding Ring. 5 AC, 55 health. Still very good item for Kunark. For Bracer, so there's a little trick here. We'll start with the Spirit Rat Cord. This item can be put in different slots. You can put it in the arms, wrists, or shoulders. So if you want to shuffle items around and put it in your shoulders or put it in arms, something like that, you can do that. But I chose to put it in the wrist slot. It might not be the most 100% optimal, but I'm making a lot of guides. So there are some other alternatives you can do to swap that around. For the other wrist, I just went with Cobalt Bracer. It's 20 AC, and it has Shrink Clicky on it. It's pretty important to have a Shrink Clicky, and 20 AC is a lot. For gloves, you can go with Cobalt gloves, but I still chose to go with the planar gloves. They still have a lot better stats overall. The Cobalt gloves, I believe, are 25 AC with no additional stats. The planar gloves are 9 less AC, but have dex, stamina, and health on them. For arms, I went with Cobalt Vambraces, 25 AC. It's got a lesser shielding click on it. You basically can't beat that. For shoulders, like I said, you could swap with the Spirit Rat Cord over here if you want to. And I chose not to. I chose to go with Chokidai Hide Pauldrons. It's got 5 AC, 55 health. It's got negative 10 strength and disease resist, but you get 15 stamina out of this. And since we're not stamina capped yet, this is huge. If you choose not to go with this, there are some AC Pauldrons you can get. They're not all for every race, though, so you have to just do some research on that. I'll try to list them on the website if I can. For the breastplate, Cobalt Breastplate is the best. 45 AC, 50 health, and it's got 12 to your 3 main melee stats and a heal clicky on it. For back, you have 2 options. You can go with the Shield of the Immaculate, which is 25 AC, 10 strength. The alternative to this would be Hierophant's Cloak from Cebulus. That one, I believe, is 10 AC, and it has 75 health. and 4 to all melee stats, and that one's droppable as well. So you can pick either of these up on the in the EC Tunnel or the Bazaar. They're both very good items. It's whatever your preference is, really. I chose to go with the AC. For belt, I went. This is going to be our haste item. 41% haste. This is a Plane of Sky quest item. It's actually from Classic. It's a ridiculous item. It's so good. It's 12 strength, 12 stam, some agility and dex, and it's got a little bit of magic resist, and it's got that big haste, 41%. For legs, I went with Cobalt Greaves. It's got invisibility clicky on it, which is extremely important because warriors won't get invisibility other than from Abyss potions. It's got 35 AC, 8 to your 3 melee stats. Cobalt Boots for the boots, 25 AC. It's got a strength of the Kunzar clicky on it. I'm actually not 100% sure what that does. Yeah, okay, it increases your strength. That makes sense. So there you go. You can get one of those. You can get, for your primary, Blade. I recommend putting Blade of Strategy in your main hand. This is going to be your best aggro weapon. Procs at 500 hate proc, and you also want to get a proc gem from one of the gem vendors in your hometown, and that will give you, you'll be able to socket this with a with like a stun gem in it, so it'll have 2 procs. For the shield, you can go with Bladestopper from Nagy, or you can go with this one, Shield of Elders. This is, I believe, from the last boss in Vishen's Peak, so this one's going to be a little bit more difficult to get. But again, shields aren't really ideal to be wearing in Kunark because you're not going to be able to hold aggro. I recommend using a sword as an offhand. There's 3 other swords that you can go with. You can go with the Dagas, which is the Plane of Sky sword. You can go with Ivyshae Blade, which is a Frony quest that starts in Frony Bay. It's a one-hand slashing weapon that procs a stun. You can also socket these with a stun gem. Or you could go with Blade of Takas, which is just your 1.0 offhand. I mean, really, you can go with any 3 of them. I don't think it makes a huge difference, but whatever you prefer. And for the ranged, the best stat item is going to be Idol of the Thorned. 10 AC, 7 strength, 10 stamina. It's pretty good all around. Now, you'll notice that I made this character. This is actually a Frony Bay character. And from what I can tell, I think actual live servers, your character has a little bit more base health than you'll have on a TLP server. I'm not sure how that's calculated or how accurate that is. So this 4,400 may not be what you see. You may see 41 or 4,200 health. But from what I can tell, the AC is calculated the same. So you probably have around 1,172 AC using the old formula. The Everquest has a new formula, and Majorlo is still using the old one. So you probably see similar to this if you make your own Majorlo. So that's about it. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next video. And if you like this, please like. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.